Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, it's Giuseppe. Thank you for joining in with me today. So we are on what is essentially day two of using AI to trade. Because we're in Canada, we don't have the same tools where I can kind of have the stuff happen automatically. Everything kind of has to happen as it does. I have to kind of manually input everything. But what you're looking at here is essentially like a version 3, I guess. It's a tool on my GitHub. You can download for free. You can use it yourself. And what this is doing is, it's just doing research and putting together a formula and making some trades for us, which has been super fun. If you're into trading with AI, if this is a thing you're interested in, this is not financial advice, but I've been having a blast with it. It's really interesting how this puts together ideas. It uses a Fibonacci sequence. It's doing a lot of these little things that have taken me a while to think about and put together. I've been trading now on my own for a number of years. Only just now, I think a decade in, kind of understanding some of the deeper themes and how to put together a thesis and how to kind of, do all that stuff. But so I woke up, I wasn't able to get to my computer and log in and trade until about 9 on PST time. So because of that, I was 3 hours late for market open. I am going to try to wake up earlier and do this. And the beautiful thing about what I've made here, and which you can download for free, is that you can come in here and load this up with all of your own information. And you can have this do exactly whatever you do. So what we have here is my portfolio value. So, I got up at 9, I loaded in the trades a little late. We're still up, $5.80 in the portfolio value. Cash available is $29, 3 open positions. Profit and loss is plus 580. My risk, which is an interesting thing to think about, is at 97. And the reason it's only at 97 and not 100%, obviously, is because down here, now I'm able to lock in something called a trailing stop loss order. So what I can do is I've gone into my app that I have, which is one of the big banks out here, and it's so I can do a trailing stop limit order, which is really cool. So here are the 3 stocks that I'm in for. So I just put in the stock, I put in trailing stop limit, the stop, the limit, the quantity, and I load that in. And now tomorrow, right, it's already done its research for tomorrow. It wants me to on at 6:25, which I should be doing. I just haven't been falling asleep very easily recently. But I think I'll get that done. 6:25, check futures, news, pre-market prices. 6:30, place stop loss orders. And 6:35, review positions. And you can see it tells me what to do. So if the stock is up 5%, move stop to break even. If it's up 10%, trail stop to 5% below high. And if the stock is up 15%, consider taking partial profits. Now, if you go up here, this actually shows you exactly what all of that means, because sometimes the stuff is a little difficult to understand. So I set it up so that way you can literally just have a gander and do whatever it means for you. So here's my entry price on CHPT. So the stop loss is 970. It's 10% savings, right? So that's why this risk exposure is that I can't lose more than 10%, or 10%, which is $1,000 that I started with. That's where that comes from, because we have a stop loss on at 970 for each of these. It's a 10% stop loss. So move stop loss to break even if it goes up to 1132, the trail stop if it hits 1186, and take profits if it hits 1240. It's like this for CHPT, EVGO, and FCEL, and I'll show you, if we go to Yahoo Finance, how these are doing right now, which is pretty cool. All right, so we'll start with CHPT. It says I've loaded in my entry price, so just through a chat, loaded in my entry price at 1078. So I come in here, I go to CHPT, and you can see it's up 4% today, and it's up down 2% after hours, which is cool. It's chilling. It's got some good flow, but it's at 1108, and you can see here this So if it drops down to 970, it's going to kick in and sell. But it's already at 1108, which is like kind of well on its way from where I started. That's great. Now we go to EVGO. This chart is a bit of a pain in the ass to read. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, guys. You can see it dropped off kind of end of day, but it was up at 5% today, which is pretty awesome. It dropped down to 367. So it is pretty close to that stop loss, or at least my entry. But it is cooking. So if it makes up to $4, I'm going to take percentage. And so here, obviously this is getting a little repetitive. I'm not here to waste your time. I'm just having some fun with this, but this kind of explains everything that's going on here. So yellow, move stop to entry price. Green, trail stop 5% below. Or blue number, consider selling 25 to 50%. And then as we sell this, I'll load it into here, and it's going to give me the sort of next steps, do its next bit of research. So yeah, this is what I built so far. It is going to be a free download on my GitHub. You can run this yourself. I'm continuing to tweak it. As you can see here, I do have a dark mode just because I appreciate a dark mode. This runs locally on my browser. So you don't need to, load this up as a website on an internet or anything. It just runs locally, and as long as you have the brains to launch a Git yourself, you can have some fun with this. So the thing I did here, which is pretty interesting, is my performance summary. So you can see I'm comparing myself to the Russell 2000, which is like the smaller cap stock market, and the S&P 500, which is the top 500 companies in the United States. And you can see the comparison. I'm outperforming the Russell 2000 by 0.5%, and I'm outperforming the S&P 500 by 2.5%. Now, this isn't my entire thing. Like, this isn't my entire portfolio. Again, this is not legal advice or anything, or like financial advice, but I'm having fun with this. This probably represents closer to like maybe 1% of my portfolio. And, I think that 1% number is really fun to play with, because if you double a 1% portfolio, 1% of your portfolio, I mean, you can take that percent that you gain and you slot it into something safe. I like the stocks that I like. I mean, I could talk about this a lot, and I know this isn't really like that kind of channel, but maybe it's is kind of a thing. The stocks that I really like is SPXL, and I really like Bitcoin, the BTCC. So yeah, those are kind of where I have most of my stuff in. I did buy some Lulu today on my own, and I did buy my QETH, which is going pretty well as well. So yeah, anyways, if you found some value in this, if you want to use it, the link is going to be in the description. If you hit the bell icon or you subscribe, you're going to see a lot more of this. I will be jumping on live and kind of talking about some of the stuff that's going on. We're building a pretty cool community of people who kind of join me. We've been kind of doing some late night stuff, which is kind of fun. And yeah, let me know what you think, man. If you can, have some fun with this, I'm rooting for you. I think there's lots of money out there, and I think we all deserve to make a little bit of it, especially if you're putting in the effort. So if this is it for me, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will catch you on the flip side. Later. Ciao.